Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats because we have some huge breaking news coming out of the Dallas Cowboys camp. You're not going to believe what just happened. Mike McCarthy, yes, you heard that right, Mike McCarthy, the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, has been fired. And the decision? Well, it's left fans and experts in complete shock. Jerry Jones has made a move that no one saw coming. Let's break down everything that led to this shocking decision and what it means for the future of America's team. Just hours ago, the Dallas Cowboys made one of the most shocking decisions in recent NFL history. They've officially parted ways with head coach Mike McCarthy. If you're a Cowboys fan, an NFL fanatic, or even someone who casually follows the sport, you've likely heard the news by now. The bombshell announcement has left everyone reeling, and it's safe to say nobody saw this coming. The timing alone has left fans and analysts alike scrambling to make sense of it. How could Jerry Jones, the Cowboys' longtime owner, make such a drastic move? Why now, after everything the team has gone through over the past few seasons? Let's break it all down, starting with the context around McCarthy's tenure. McCarthy, of course, came to the Cowboys in 2020 with a rather intriguing reputation. A Super Bowl champion coach with the Green Bay Packers, he was expected to bring stability and leadership to a franchise that had been in search of a consistent direction since the days of the legendary Jimmy Johnson. McCarthy arrived with a promise of building a winning culture. And he didn't disappoint in some aspects. He had solid regular season records in 2020 and 2021, but the issue, as we all know, was the postseason. McCarthy's Cowboys seemed to falter when the lights were brightest. They couldn't overcome key moments in playoff games, and that's where the frustration started building. Fans, analysts, and even the media began questioning whether McCarthy was the right man for the job, especially when compared to other successful NFL coaches. For all his regular season wins, McCarthy couldn't deliver when it mattered most, in January. The most recent playoff exit was the final straw for many. In the 2023 season, the Cowboys entered the playoffs with one of the most formidable rosters in the NFL. Dak Prescott, who dealt with injuries in previous years, was healthy, and the offense was clicking at times, with a potent mix of weapons like CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard, and a stellar offensive line. But despite all that firepower, McCarthy's team was eliminated in a heartbreaking and underwhelming loss to the San Francisco 49ers. This defeat, much like the 2021 playoff debacle against the same team, was viewed as a colossal missed opportunity. In fact, it felt as if the Cowboys had taken one step forward only to stumble two steps back. Fans began to wonder if McCarthy was ever truly the answer. And now, in the wake of that crushing loss, Jerry Jones has made his boldest and perhaps most controversial decision to date: firing Mike McCarthy. For Jerry Jones, this wasn't just a regular coaching change. This was a clear signal of his relentless pursuit of success. Jones is a man who has always been open about his desire to win, and that's no surprise considering the franchise's rich history of success in the 1990s. The Cowboys brand is worth billions, and the expectations that come with it are astronomical. Jerry is under constant pressure from fans, media, and even former players to bring home another Super Bowl title. After 2 decades of watching teams like the New England Patriots, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Kansas City Chiefs hoist Lombardi trophies while the Cowboys continue to fall short, Jones likely decided that he had to make a drastic move. The team's window of championship contention is closing rapidly. The roster is aging in some areas, and with a quarterback like Dak Prescott in his prime, Jones doesn't want to waste any more years of potential greatness. But why now? Why didn't Jones give McCarthy one more season to try and turn things around? That's where the timing of this decision becomes so interesting. McCarthy's firing doesn't just come after another playoff disappointment. It comes after several years of playoff disappointments, and it also follows a pattern we've seen with Jones before, an impatience with mediocrity. With the Cowboys' talent pool, especially on defense, it's no longer just about making the playoffs. It's about winning championships, and the lack of consistent postseason success with McCarthy simply didn't cut it. So, after the emotional and crushing loss to the 49ers, Jones acted fast. He wasn't going to waste another season waiting for a coach who might not be able to push this team over the top. But here's the real question. What's next for the Cowboys? Who could possibly step into McCarthy's shoes and lead this team to greatness? While McCarthy was a seasoned coach with a proven track record, the pressure of coaching America's team was clearly too much for him. Now the speculation begins. Who will Jerry Jones hire? All eyes are on the potential replacements, and there are a number of names being tossed around. The biggest name that's circulating? Sean Payton. Payton, who stepped down as the head coach of the New Orleans Saints after the 2021 season, is considered one of the top offensive minds in the NFL. Under Payton, the Saints consistently had one of the most dynamic offenses in the league, and his experience could be exactly what the Cowboys need. After all, the Dallas offense has the pieces to be great, but it's been inconsistent in key moments. Payton could be the one to unlock that next level, especially when paired with Dak Prescott, one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league. Then there's Eric Bieniemy, the Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator. Bieniemy has long been one of the most sought-after coaching candidates in the NFL. His name has been mentioned in head coach searches year after year, but he's never landed a job. That could change this offseason. Bieniemy has been the mastermind behind Patrick Mahomes' incredible success in Kansas City, and his ability to develop quarterbacks and build high-powered offenses could make him a perfect fit for the Cowboys. And let's not forget about the possibility of internal candidates. Dan Quinn, the Cowboys' defensive coordinator, has been a revelation in Dallas, turning the defense into one of the most feared units in the NFL. Quinn is familiar with the Cowboys' system, and some believe he could bring the right balance to the offense and defense. But while the coaching change is obviously the biggest news, we have to think about the players too. How will they respond to McCarthy's firing? We know the Cowboys have some strong personalities in the locker room, and losing a coach they've grown to trust can shake things up. Dak Prescott, for example, is undoubtedly under immense pressure. His relationship with McCarthy has been one of the most talked about aspects of the Cowboys' recent struggles. If the next coach can tap into Prescott's potential and fix his inconsistencies, the Cowboys could take a major step forward. But will this firing spark the motivation Prescott and others need, or will it create more uncertainty? Only time will tell. As for the fans, this is a moment of mixed emotions. Some will welcome the change, hoping for a new era of Cowboys football with a Super Bowl caliber coach. Others will feel that McCarthy didn't deserve to be the scapegoat, and that it's the team's overall performance in key moments that should be scrutinized, not just the coach. There's no question that the firing of McCarthy will be met with strong opinions across the fan base, and Cowboys Nation will be holding its breath as they await the next step in this unfolding drama. Ultimately, this decision speaks to the larger ambitions of Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. With a roster as talented as theirs, Jones knows they're close. They just need the right leadership to get them over the hump. Will the next coach be the one to bring home that elusive sixth Super Bowl? Only time will tell, but this move is certainly a signal that Jones is serious about making it happen. And as the dust settles, the entire NFL world will be watching closely. The Cowboys have a history of making bold moves, but this one may just be the boldest yet. Will the team be better off without McCarthy? Will this move be the spark they need? There's no doubt that the next few weeks are going to be absolutely fascinating as the Cowboys search for their next head coach and chart the course for their future. Keep your eyes peeled, Cowboys fans. The next chapter in this saga is just beginning. So, let us know what you think. Is firing Mike McCarthy the right move, or is Jerry Jones simply pushing the panic button too soon? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates on this huge development. As always, we'll be here to break it all down for you, step by step, and keep you informed on the latest news surrounding America's team.